Why do rich people hide their wealth? Makes no sense, right? Or does it? And the reason to this videos, my dear elegant ladies, is because we have a growing number of affluent people in our society that are actually keeping their wealth low-key, and they act very low-key. And I want you to get to know these types a little bit better, because actually my personal preference is that sometimes they tend to be the better types than those who are in your face. But that's just my opinion. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Anna and I run an online finishing school called School of Affluence. I teach women elegance and I teach them high society. And I do it at schoolofaffluence.com, where you can enroll in my online training program. Okay, so one important thing that we should start off with by talking about when it comes to these low-key affluent people. So first of all, good morning to those who have not noticed that there are actually affluent people out there who do not look, act, or live like affluent people. And actually, there are quite many of them. You have a lot of hidden billionaires, a lot of hidden super rich people in general who do not flaunt their wealth. You would never, ever think that that person has money because they do not live into the stereotype of what an affluent person should look like, act like, and what lifestyle they should live. It does actually lead me to my first and foremost important point: stereotypes. So automatically, when somebody has a certain wealth, society or humans put this kind of expectation of them to have a certain behavior, to have a certain outlook, to look a certain way, to live a certain way, and actually forget the very important fact that, well, maybe not all rich people want to have a flashy lifestyle. Have you thought about that? I know that for some people they're like, oh, come on, that's not, can't be possible. Oh yes, it is possible. Believe it or not, there are many affluent people out there who are not interested in the stereotype of affluence, who do not want to be associated with that, or who want to even live that lifestyle. Believe it or not, some people actually prefer driving their old car instead of getting a sports car. Believe it or not, some people actually prefer living in a smaller house than having this massive mansion. Believe it or not, some people prefer domestic travel over Maldives and Bora Bora. I mean, we have many affluent people like Warren Buffett, to name a few, or Mark Zuckerberg. So people who are not flashy, but extremely, extremely affluent. So trust me when I say that they do exist, and it's better you accept this fact, because the sooner you accept this, the easier your strategizing and your journey is going to be in high society. Number two, ladies. Not every affluent person wants to be associated with new wealth, want to be associated as somebody who can potentially be nouveau riche. What I mean by that is that there are people who are very conscious about their reputation, about their branding, about what image they portray. And please do bear in mind that there's many different types of new wealth people. There are different variations to it. Not every new wealth person is nouveau riche. Nouveau riche has a very bad connotation to it. So what happens is that a lot of affluent people who stay low-key, they stay low-key because they know that perhaps they have acquired their own wealth, they are perhaps in the category of new wealth, and they're staying very much low-key because they don't want to be associated with nouveau riche, because nouveau riche has a very bad reputation in our society and can even have a bad reputation that will not be a good strategical move for their business or personal life. Number three, not everybody wants you to know how wealthy they actually are. Wealth brings a lot of great things in life, but it also brings a lot of negative things, my dear ladies. Really, it does. Think about all the criminal things that wealth tends to attract. They tend to attract a higher chance for robberies, kidnapping, blackmail, scammers, fraudsters, friends who befriend them for the wrong reasons, jealousy, gossip, and many, many other things. It's actually, although it sounds a bit, silly, but it's actually not that easy to be an affluent person. There's a lot of negative things that comes with the whole package of it. Obviously, people want to keep a certain discretion with their wealth because of this, because they want to keep themselves safe, they want to keep their family safe, they want to stay out of the public eye because they know that when they attract unwanted attention, they have to pay the price for it in the end. And please also note the level of jealousy that they have to unfortunately encounter when they openly, showcase their wealth, or people have the information about how much they're actually worth. For that reason, there's a lot of affluent people who are much more happy knowing that these people think that they are richer than me. And please let them think that, because that is only benefiting me. I don't want people to know how much money I have. I don't want to trigger the envy in people, because I know what envy is capable of. So I'm going to be very low-key and keep my mouth shut, and also to keep my wealth as hidden as I possibly can. And this leads automatically to number 4, which is actually a little bit similar, but not really. So not every rich person wants the social pressure that comes around the aspect of wealth. There is social pressure because, again, there are these expectations that comes from being rich. If you are a certain way, then you are expected to do this, and if you don't, then you're this and this, and you're so horrible, and blah, blah, blah. A common example is that people who have money are expected to give everybody a piece of their wealth. I'm not here talking against, I truly believe in sharing is caring and philanthropy, but there comes a degree when someone has to set a bit of boundaries. And let's say you have friends who have much less money than you. All these people want to have a piece of your cake. Are you obliged to give them a piece of your cake just because you have more cake than them? Because what happens is that the human mind, the human psyche works in a way that we're born to be selfish. Let's put it this way. It's our drive, it's our survival instinct, ladies. It's normal that we want to kind of, we want to look out for ourselves firstly, and we cannot help everybody, right? We can help a few, we can help as many as we possibly can, but there's just so much we can do in the end of the day. But if you are going to be taken advantage of because everybody wants to have a piece of the pie, and you're starting to attract these people who are purely there to take advantage of you. So boundaries has to be set, and boundaries are never going to be liked by everybody, but it's just the way life works. As long as you are a good person who are giving back to the community and who are doing your fair share of charity work and giving back, then I think it's all good. Ladies, we're now at the last point, number 5. And this really comes down to this very common aspect: why wealthy people don't want you to know how wealthy they are. And that's because they don't want you to have access to them. They don't want to be in the public eye. They don't care about fame or recognition. They don't want to be in tabloids. They want to be low-key. They want to be out of the spotlight. It doesn't help them in their personal life or in their business being in the public eye, being written about, spoken about, gossiped about. So staying out of the public eye becomes incredibly important for them. For that reason, you will not see them going to gala parties, red carpets, being here, being there, social media, page 6, rubbing shoulders with who's who everywhere. They don't do that because they don't care. It's not important for them. They have a different life. Not every rich person lives this lifestyle, and you really have to understand that. These type of low-key millionaires and billionaires, they operate there in the background. They're silent, they make their dollars, but they're not loud about it because they are benefiting more from being silent about it. But I also know that for a lot of the ladies in my community who have not been exposed to a lot of affluent people and who might not have the experience, might think in stereotypes and might not necessarily understand this type of behavior and where it's coming from. It's really important that you are aware of this, because the more you know, the better outlook you will have on your journey, because you might end up attracting these type of people into your life if you're open to them and if you learn to understand them. And when you understand them, they can become a great asset for you and help you forward in life. Now that was it for me, ladies. Make sure you get your free cheat sheet with over 210 places where you can meet affluent men. This is really going to save you a lot of time and headaches. So visit millionaireplaces.com and download your free cheat sheet today.